I am starting a little early today. I am starting a little early today because I only have limited time here, and I kind of want to get through some things, right? But before I get to this Bosch that I want to look at, I just want to wrap up something I was just working on. Sometimes I get these machines hand often, and there are times. By the way, guys, it's Wayne from Monroe Vacs, right? And you know what? Before I do that, let me stick to the script here. I want to thank everybody first for just passing through, even if you're just passing through for a second, just to view the channel. I appreciate it. And let me kind of get these books out the way here. I read sometimes. I read. You know what got me excited about reading? Believe it or not, comic books. I have a picture of Stan Lee in my home studio, garage studio. And because I drew that picture when he died, because it was in the 80s when my cousin gave me my first set of comic books. And then because I draw these, you can see pictures behind me. And, but that was my motivation. I always remember Stan Lee's little excerpts in the back of the comic books. And so anyway, that was my exciting little adventure into the world of. I never got into the romance novel type stuff. Hey Rudy, what's up, man? Um, how's it going today? How was your weekend? How was your weekend, man? I am so happy we all came out of it alive, right? Most of us, anyway. Let me save this here. All right. Now, just a reminder, guys, we're still having a drawing. It is for the entire month that we're taking people to enter them into the drawing. Ways you get in is you can actually, you know what? Let me put the rules of the drawing to get in. One, you have to be a subscriber. You have to become if you're a member, you get 10 entries into the drawing. Okay, you can go to my channel to see what it takes to become a member. If you donate to the channel, super chats or any kind of donation, you get 5 entries. And sometimes I'll have trivia questions. You get 2 entries for that. And then if you just say, I am in, if you're in my live chat and you just type, I'm in, and we can record it, then we'll log you in as 1 entry. Okay? Paste. Let me do that right there. And let me pin it to the top. I'm glad you had a good week, man. Pin to the top. I'm glad you had a good week. I'm glad you had a good week. It's like, what's that saying, right? There's a scripture or something. I use it a lot, but it just helps me stay grounded. It's just about in the world there's tribulation, by overcome the world. It's not too preachy, but really it's just like a game, just like adversities. Some people go after adversities. For them, they have some people get a rush. Some people get a sense of accomplishment by overcoming things. I love that idea of doing something hard and challenging yourself so you can overcome it. But in general life, in just like regular life, it's this stuff that's hard enough. And for some people, that's enough for them to try to get over. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I'm just trying to get through my week. And for others, they conquer the week. So they go seeking after other things to stimulate them. My brother-in-law just ran a marathon. My son did also. My youngest son, he went with his coach. They did a marathon, and I don't know if I can make it up to do a marathon yet. All right, I don't know yet. You had a good weekend too. Yeah, man, I had a good weekend, man. I had a good weekend. I actually ended my weekend with a debate last night. We were debating the shutdown and stuff. So I just that was still good. You know what? You know why it was good? That the little debate. I was visiting my in-laws, And the reason why it was good, because there are portions of families, and even in my families, part of my extended family, that if you disagree with them, they really don't want to talk to you no more. But this young man, cousin of my wife's cousin, with extended my cousin, right? He We were able to debate. We didn't see quite eye to eye, but it was still a great conversation. So we walked away like with a hug, and nobody was upset. Nobody was throwing, what do you call it? Like, insults, and we weren't throwing pots and pans either. So that's how I think the country should be. But I think portion of us, not the citizenry, but people who control the thinking of the citizens, they want us to continue to fight like this. But to get to a point where you're like families are like splitting over ideologies and stuff, it's like not cool, because there's so many things going on. Anyway, let me. I'm trying to finish putting this together, because this is not. I get them in all the time, and I'm taking them apart all the time, and I'm getting them back in all the time. So these machines just keep popping up. Dyson UP19, they'll pop in here a lot also. Sharks come in a lot. Kirby's mostly for like tune-up stuff. The Clean Max is normally in here for fan blade issues, because the people that use them a lot, they probably don't realize that they're not the same as vacuuming with a Shark. When you vacuum with a Shark or a Dyson, you bypass the fan, right? It just goes up the tubing, and it just drops into the bin. But when you vacuum with a Kirby, a Royal, a Clean Max, and some old school Hoover concepts, I think, the dirt passes through the fan first. So everything hits the fan. Rocks. So if you're not careful, you'll damage your fan. So that's why I believe a lot of the cleaning ladies that bring the Clean Max, the David commercial uprights, when they bring them in here, that's what they're running into. They're just picking up anything that's on the floor. So you have to be careful of that. All right. Let me pop this back off again, because there's something is not right about this. And I also want to answer some questions for some folks. I'm going to do a video this week also about the Hoover smartwash again. Someone asked about how to replace the solenoid. So I kind of want to, I'm doing my best to help answer everyone's questions. Because that's the purpose of the channel, is to educate you on these things. And I learn a lot while I'm doing it. Because some of these things, even like the Bosch or other vacuums, it's like the first time I'm working on some of these machines. If they don't come in here all the time, I just don't see them. But I'm using the same principles, the same format, to try to fix them. Okay, and that same format is the same one that you can use at home. I'm just doing a troubleshooting step by step. What is it supposed to be doing? And is it doing what it's supposed to be doing? And what's stopping it from doing it? Let's find out. See what I'm saying? All right, let me see what's happening. So the fan of the Shark vacuum thing on top of the filter. Well, you know what? I'm going to get there. But let me answer your question, though. Let me answer Rudy's question. Folks who came in for the Bosch, I will get there. Let me put this to the side. I'll do this later. I just wanted to put the panels back on, but something is out of whack. And let me show you what's out of whack. You see this gap right here? There's a gap right here. See that gap? So I just got to take care of that. So I'll do that. I'll take care of that later. Let me show you the Shark, what I'm talking about, and the Kirby, and then we're going to get to the Bosch. How's that? I got some notes on that Bosch here. I just want to make sure, because there's some structural thing. I like this machine. And I wanted to share it with you guys because some things I found out about it that I really like. I think it's a solid. I think it's a very solid shop type style vac. You know, what do you call that? I don't want to call it a shop vac because that's a shop vac name. But let me show you. Let me show you the difference I'm talking about. And then we're gonna move on. All right. So yeah, like I said, so a Kirby. Let me put this down here. I'm using this automatic camera thing again, and I'm a glutton for punishment because if it starts messing up again, I'm gonna be mad at myself. And also, let me. What can I do about this lighting? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm almost there. Don't mind me going back and forth. I'm just trying to prepare myself properly for the rest of the show. Hold on. I'll be there. Okay. I'm almost there. You'll see the light that I'm working with. It comes right. It's the window, like the outdoor light. So it's always glaring in my glasses. So I try to use this other light to kind of offset it. I don't know if it's gonna work properly, but let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really change anything. Okay, so the Kirby, the dirt hits this thing here, the fan. And I just replaced the Kirby fan, by the way. But yeah, see, the fan is strong, but man, it can hit it the wrong way. Like you pick up, you could be picking up nickels all day and maybe nothing happens. And you pick up a Lego, you pick up a nail, and it hit it the wrong way and crack, that fan is broken. So I just tell people, if you see something heavy on the floor, don't pick it up. If you're using a Kirby, if you're using a Clean Max, if you're using a Riccar, lightweight, if you're using an Auric, don't pick up heavy metal stuff, okay? Because it goes through the fan, all right? But with these other machines, I have a different reason to tell you not to pick things up that are too heavy, and it has a lot to do with the positioning of the handle, okay? Because when guys suck up things like, I've seen people pick up pencils, toothpicks and stuff, and it gets caught right in this little ridge. Now, anyone who's been in my channel before, they know I talk about this stuff often. It's just that I never know who's passing through, so I repeat it. You know, I may sound like a broken record, but I repeat it for that purpose, okay? But the fan is right. The fan is here, so the suction is generated here, right? And they have all your filters and stuff on top of it to prevent dust from getting into the fan because the fan's pulling. He's like, hey, come to me, right? And all the dirt's like, yeah, okay, I'm heading your way, right? So they have this filter in here, right? Because the suction is being generated underneath. It sits right on top of here. So everything is being pulled towards the motor, right? And what happens is they've cleverly made it so the dust that comes in, it'll drop and kind of sit here, but some of it will try to find its way down to the motor, and that's what this last filter is there for, to stop any debris from really, truly trying to get to the motor. And if it does get through this, then they have this, okay? And if it does get through this, then it has this. So it has layers and layers of filters to try to protect the motor. And if you don't clean these things, they'll get clogged up. You'll start losing suction, and your motor will overheat because it's overworking, because it can't breathe. It can't pull through all of this clogged hair wrapped around here, dirt caked up in here, and that also have sand and grit and all that stuff caked up. So yeah, you got to keep these filters clean. All right. And that's a quick little shark lesson. Thanks for that, Rudy, for leading me in that direction there. Now let me get to this Bosch so we can examine this thing a little more. there's a unique feature this Bosch has. Now, other vacuums have it. Even the Shark has it. But Bosch seemed to have done it better and took it a step further. I hope the camera is wide enough to capture this. Okay, let me get the hose out of here. All right, comes with a hose. And maybe I can test the suction on this thing compared to the Kirby. I have a suction tester. Okay, let me know if you guys would like to see a suction test. Who's this here? Let me know if you'd like to see a suction test, because I'm curious about how strong it is. I have my suction. I finally found my suction tester. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm curious, man. I'm curious. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna get a bag for the Kirby, and I'm gonna get my suction tester, and we're gonna see how strong this thing is. Okay? Let me put a bag in this Kirby. All right, let me put a bag in this Kirby. All right, I got the Kirby, I got the hose, and let me get a bag. Look at that. I got a few lessons built into one. If you're patient enough, just hang with me. I'm gonna get to everything. Just hang with me, okay? Let me move this out the way again. And we're gonna test the Kirby suction first. Because that's Kirby's big sales pitch, is the suction. I never test the suction in the Bosch, so I really don't know who's gonna win on this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to install a Kirby bag. Some of you already know how to do that, but somebody might not know, you know. So let me get it done. And let me show you my suction tester. I've used this in presentations before. And I've always, I was always like, man, the Kirby suction is the best, you know. But you got some machines that are not, the Bosch isn't a deep cleaner. It's not designed to deep clean. It's designed to suck. It's designed to get sheetrock, sawdust, ash, stuff like that. Okay, that's its job, all right? So it's not trying to deep clean the carpet. So the other fundamentals for deep cleaning and vibration, agitation, height adjustments, and all that stuff is not necessary. We're just talking about pure suction, okay? And that's what it's designed for, all right? So let's see. So with the Kirby, if you have one of these adapters here with the F-style, this is how you do it, right? So you have this cutout at the bottom of the Kirby, right? And you have this little ridge right here. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put this in here, and then you're gonna push this all the way in. Just push it all the way in. Okay, now it's in there, right? But it's not secured. Okay? So to secure it, you see this back here? Okay? You're gonna fold this like that to go back here. Okay? So now that is holding the bag. So when the air turns, let me plug it in. When the air turns on, is going to keep it from blowing the bag off. And a lot of people suffer the inconvenience of having to clean out a dirty Kirby bag, okay? All right, let me get the hose where's my hose? Let me put the hose on. Now, what's good about the Kirby is that it has two speed levels. If I put the vacuum head on, is going to trigger the lower part of the safety switch, and that's going to pull a different amp. I believe it's 9. Okay, I believe it's 9. And the top one is more like 12 or something like that. Okay, the top one is it takes more, right? So it takes more for the canister. Okay, so the canister is going to trigger the top part of the safety switch, so it pulls more. Okay, has a stronger pull. So when you turn it on, you just want to make sure your bag don't fly off. Let me turn it on real quick. All right, that's the idea. All right, so let me put this in here. And if this thing is doing its job, I'm gonna hook up this. I'm gonna hook up this power tester, and we're gonna see how it works. If it's now I'm going to show you. Let me show you the power tester on the directly to the machine. Okay. Now what this has is a spring loaded to it. This is an airflow indicator, right? So if it's strong, it's going to pull this yellow bar all the way back to here. Okay. If it's weak, it's only going to kind of hover around here. That means it's not strong enough. So it has to pull the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use just the upright version alone on this. Put it here like this. Not the when I said the upright version, I mean this is triggering the lower power. Okay. And let's see how far this thing moves, all right? Let me see if I can you see it? Yeah, you can. All right, here we go. So we have our yellow strip here. Let's turn it on. Put it all the way to 10. All right, it took it all the way to 10. Fair enough, all right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing with the hose. We're gonna take this off and we're gonna put this little adapter so the fitting for the hose can fit in here. All right, so let's do that. We're gonna put the hose on. Okay, let me see what Rudy's saying over here. Yeah, man. Yep, I'm doing it right now. Okay, you ready? So now, and guys, don't forget to hit a like if you're passing through, man. You know, even if you just like the test, you don't have to like me. But if you like the test, hit it, say, you know what, that was cool. Let me hit like. All right, so I'm going to put this in here, and now we're going to test how far it can pull this back, okay? Turn it on. Okay. It's about 8. Okay. That's about 8, all right? Don't I have a filter queen here? I have a filter queen. We're going to test the filter queen. I'm waiting for the Bosch. We're going to wait. You're like, get to the Bosch, get to the Bosch. All right. So the Kirby upright is at a 10, right? The Kirby hose is at an 8. Okay. Let's check the filter queen. Right? Let's check the filter queen. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna have to do something with the filter queen. I'm gonna have to get the wand, because this is not gonna work, right? So we need the wand that can insert in our little adapter thing here, okay? Because we gotta put it in there, make sure it's sealed off. All right. So let's do this. Let's plug this guy in. Okay. All right. And power it on. Okay, we got suction. Okay, so what we're gonna do, right, is let's see if this guy fits into here. Damn, it just fit. That means I'm gonna have to hold this right here. I can't move it once I have it like that, okay? Let me see. This is no good either. This is no good. Look, see? This side actually goes in here. This is still, let me see something. Can it work? Okay, so it covers it. Okay, it covers the whole thing. Okay, it covers the whole thing. All right, so this, so you can see what I'm talking about. It covers the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is I have to hold it, okay? I can't let any air escape. Let me see, do I have any tape? Maybe some tape. Just so my hands don't get a little loosey-goosey. Let's test it anyway, okay? Let's test it anyway. You ready? Turn it on. Come on. got it. You can do it. All right, it moved a little though. Hold on. Hold on. See that? It's moving. It's moving. Hold on. Okay. All right. That wasn't too good. Let's try another one. Let's try a different canister. Let's try a different canister, man. Yeah, man. It's what? But I'm gonna try one more because I have a canister, right? That I swear by. It's a tiny little Bissell canister. It's a tiny little guy. I swear by this canister because a lot of my cleaning ladies will buy it for their little extra canister cleaning. So let's see how those things rate up against the suction. All right. Let's try them. Let's try them. Hold on. Give me a second. These guys. Let me see if I have I need the empty box. Okay, here's the one with the hose. All right. I got it. Okay, this is called a Zing. Okay? This is called a Zing. This little guy will surprise you. Okay? This tiny little guy here will surprise you, man. Okay, hold on. I was seeing if there's another one. All right, here we go. After this, I'll do the Bosch, all right? After this one. This one's got to be a winner, bro. This one's got to be a winner. This one is going to rival the Kirby, I believe. And he's a tiny little guy. You're not expecting much from him. Watch this. You ready? Okay, so he can go all the way in, though. See, that's good about this one. Okay. You ready? Watch this. Ah, very close. It's about 5. Right? Yeah, man, this is not bad. This little guy is not bad. This guy's suction is very close to the Kirby suction. Well, 3 digits off, but still. That Filter Queen costs about $2,000+. Okay? Right? This guy is about $80. So consider that. Because there's also the you got who's in this league? You have Mighty Might is in this league. Okay, Mighty Might Vacuums is in this league. But let's get the Bosch. All right, here we go. Let's get the big guy. Let's get the big guy, man. And then I'm gonna tell you what I like about this Bosch. But I just wanted to see what the suction is like because it's a monster machine. Yeah, it's a monster machine, and they have a lot of cool features that I really actually like. Let's not say a whole lot, but functional features. I like the fact that you can plug in, utility things into this thing. I think that's pretty cool. All right. It also have there's a filter. Now it has a power tool activation. You could use power tools on this thing, which is pretty cool too. And you could most likely it's an adapter from your hose, and then you can just plug it in here also, and you can power maybe other power tool things, which is which is awesome. But let's see the suction. And there's something about the filtration system that I'm really impressed by, and I'm gonna tell you about it. Okay? Here we go. Now, let me show you that this is empty. All right, there's nothing inside. There's nothing inside to clog this thing up. And the filter is brand new. The filter on it, brand spanking new filter. So we have 100%. The filter's back here. Let me show you. Oh, yeah, yeah. The filter's back here. Okay. This is a brand new filter with no, because you know, if your filter is clogged up, it'll mess up everything. So this is a brand spanking new filter. Okay. All right. Now we're going to try this guy and see what kind of power this guy has. Okay. Who's ready for it? Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe. Okay. All right. Okay. You better fit all the way in. Ooh, yes, it does. All right. Yes, it does. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't see anybody saying they're ready. How much is that machine that you're working with now? Hey, Calvin, what's happening, man? Hey, David. Calvin, Santan makes some good, powerful little canisters and yeah. Yeah, I prefer the bag, Calvin. I'm a bag user. I never thought about using a little canister back like that. I mean, Rainbow, but the newer Rainbows suction is not great. Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. If I didn't test the Kirby's, because I had to go and test all these machines. I had to actually do suction tests, this thing called salt test. It's a test where we put salt on the carpet and you have to vacuum over thoroughly. And then the reason you use salt, because it's different from dirt. You don't want to use sugar because you don't want to get ants after you're gone, you know. So salt is good and is grainy. But most cleaners, they clean the surface. So if it's embedded in the carpet fibers at the bottom, they're not going to get there. They're just not going to get there. And if they don't have the proper seal to seal off that section of the carpet so the brushes can do their work and the suction can suck everything up, it doesn't work that way. So the design of the head, even if the motor is the same motor, if the brush and the head is not equipped to deep clean the carpet, it's not going to happen. So, but anyway, let's turn this on and let's see what the suction looks like for this guy here, okay? Okay, are we ready? Let's turn it on. Come on! I thought this would have been more. Come on, baby, I'm rooting for you. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. You know what it feels like? You hear that thumping sound? There's a circuit board. There's a circuit board inside this unit. That thumping sound you hear. Let me do it again so you can hear the thumping sound. That's one of the features I like about this machine. I just thought it was going to be more powerful than that. I'll be honest with you. You hear that sound? I'm gonna do it again. Like when it feels wait. When it feels like it's being let's say you picked up a clog and the motor is overworking because it senses the circuit board can sense that the motor is pulling more and more power, right? What happens to the Shark is the Shark have a spring sensor in it that it's like this. Like the spring loaded in this. This is a spring. You see that? Okay? And so when the Shark does it, and there's a clog, then the suction is not going up anymore. The suction is filling up inside the chamber, and now it's going to find a way to escape, and it pulls at the spring in the chamber. Now you hear the sound go, this weird sound at your Shark. That's letting you know that you have a clog. What this guy does is this guy, but we're done with the suction test, guys. Actually, you know what, Calvin? I'm gonna get the Eureka Mighty Mite, which is like the Sanitaire, and we're gonna test that one. Okay, I'm kind of disappointed with this big guy, but I do like the filter system they did set up. Okay, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let me take this down, and then let's take down the body, because this is not doing nothing for us in this particular part of the demo. Okay, so let's take this down. Okay, It's heavy. It's heavy. I still like it. Wish the suction was more, but I like it. I like it. Hold on. Where's my mighty mic? But I'm gonna get to this filtration system I like about this thing, and we're gonna open it up. We're gonna open it up. But that thumping sound, what it's doing, guys? That thumping sound is not just to let you know that it's clogged, but what it's doing is almost like it's reversing. It's thumping out the filter. It's cleaning the filter. So let's say your filter is clogged up, right? That can affect your suction, right? So if it's noticing there's a clog and let's say the filter has too much sawdust or the kind of stuff that really mess up your cleaner, like sheetrock, right? That can really gum up the machine because it closes the air passages for air to flow. Okay, it'll like that to get to shake the dirt out, to shake the dust out, and shake it back into the dustbin. Is that cool? And when I opened this thing up, I noticed that it wasn't just an analog spring. Okay, the circuit board is wired, so it's literally telling it to bang out the filter. So I still like this machine. I still like it. I still like it because even though the suction is still gonna do the job, it's still gonna clean. It just I thought the pull was gonna be harder. That's all. All right. So I'm gonna do the last one because Calvin mentioned it. Yeah, sheetrock will ruin a vacuum. But the filtration system is what you need for the sheetrock to not ruin your vacuum. You need a proper filtration system. If you try like a regular old house vac to clean up sheetrock in your house or something, maybe somebody was doing some work, you just destroyed. You just gave that vacuum a death sentence, right? Because they're not set up for that. But vacuums like this, shop vacs, there's a vacuum. Oh my God, it's called it's an ash vacuum for vacuuming out ash, David, of the fireplace. Let me see if I can find this thing. Yeah, game over. Yeah, if it gets to the motor, it's done, man. I've seen too many people bring their machines in here, and I'm like, what were you cleaning with this? And Carpet Fresh will do it also. Carpet Fresh will destroy your vacuum too. So if you're using Carpet Fresh, the only kind of Carpet Fresh I would recommend you use are the ones that are kind of bulky, the bulky Carpet Fresh. Okay, not the fine particles. The fine stuff will destroy your vacuum. And David, let me find you that other vacuum. It's an ash. What is it called? Man, I forgot the damn name of is it Loveless? No. Is it Loveless? Let me see if it's Loveless. No, but Loveless is another brand. Damn it, man. Golly, did they discontinue this thing then? Is that what it is? Damn it, man. I hate when I'm really trying to remember this stuff and my brain just shuts down. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't seem to remember that. Okay, you know what? Ooh, keyword. Let me see if this helps. It's funny that I think we're gonna start demanding all these what do you call it? These companies have a more of an AI search. It's like, dude, you guys, I don't know. I think it's discontinued. I think it's discontinued. I think it's either Loveless or Bad Ash or something like that. Bad Ash was a fireplace, but I think they discontinued it. All right. So my apologies. All right. Okay, let's keep on. let's do this real quick. All right, let's try this little guy. This little Mighty Mite guy, and see if the little guy is going to beat up on the big guy. I think we were talking about that the other day, David. Let's see if the little guy is going to beat up on the big guy, all right? Oh my gosh. Not cool if that happens, okay? All right, here we go. All right. You ready? All right, here's the Mighty Mite. It's plugged in. Turn it on. Nah, man. It moved. It's moving it. I let go. Let's put it back in. Oh, wait. Oh, my fault. Look. This was open. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. What number is that? Down to, it's a 2. It's closed off. All right, the Mighty Mites cost more than that little Bissell vacuum. That little Bissell vacuum did more airflow, just based on airflow. It doesn't mean it's more durable. It doesn't add all the other features that this has, because this have a lot of other great features. It's just that, you know, I thought the Mighty Mite was going to do more. All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, guys. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, yeah. So this, let me show you the thing I'm telling you about on this machine here. In here, this little spring, okay? There's a wiring. If you see here, you see this wire right here? Okay? So you have a neutral, a positive, and a ground. And the circuit board sends a signal to that to tell it to pump. And it bashes this filter. It's going boo, 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 boo on this filter right here to knock the dirt out to clean the filter. But it's also indicating to you that that there's a clog somewhere. So either your filter is clogged or you have a clog in your hose. So let me do one more with, where's the bin? Where's the bin? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close it up with my hand. So I'm gonna act as a what do you call that? I'm gonna act like a clog. My hand's gonna act like a clog. Okay? Here we go. It's all plugged in. Nice long hose too, which is convenient. I like the fact that the hose is like really long. It's probably longer than the Kirby hose. Kirby hose, I think it's an 8-foot hose, I think. So this is nice. This is very convenient to have a hose this long. All right. Now the power is all the way up. Well, this is the power broker. So you have 7.5, 8.5, 9.5. So it's all the way up to 9.5. Okay. This is your power tool activation. So when you want to use like power tools to plug into here and stuff, right here, it even had the little pictures on it to let you know that, oh shit, sorry, you can't even see that. to let you know that this is your power tool activation, and now we can plug in our power tools here. All right, so now I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna close it off. So what it just did? Hold on. Oh my God. Woohoo! That's a cool feature. That's a cool feature. It's like, come on. You know, I like that. I mean, I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. It's just that, yeah, I would have liked the suction to be more on something this big and something this massive and this intimidating. You know, that's just me though. That's my own personal bias on this stuff. All right, and then when you wrap it up, when you wrap up your hose like this, let me see. These are about $600, guys. I think these are about $600. Okay, you wrap up your hose, you put it around here, and you wrap it around again, and it's gonna have a thing for you to hold your hose. This little strap right here. So you just wrap it. Hold on. Okay, and you put it here, and then you can hold your hose in here, and your hose can stay put like that. Okay, all right, and then is this the cord holder? You have attachments and stuff like that. I think this is just where you just wrap your cord around this little thing right in the back here. All right, so guys, that was that. I hope give me a second. Let me get back to my live stream. All right, in a clean bag inside of there. No, filter is clean. No, it don't look like, I'll be honest with you, let me look at the specs on this. I don't think it comes with a bag, and the filter is that's it. It's a brand new filter. No, I got the specs on this thing here. It doesn't use a bag. It's a 9-gallon tank. Okay, 150 cubic feet per minute when it comes to the airflow. So, okay, and what's the other part? It's a 9 amp unit, 120 volt, wet dry vac capacity. All right. I'm still sold on that filter system, though. I think I like it. It's called an auto filter clean, AFC. Every 15 seconds, right? The system pulses a reverse air to clean the filter to maintain suction, and that's the focus of it. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. All right. It's still good. I'm still sold on the machine. I think this is made in Italy. I believe it's Italy that they made this out of. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right. I don't want to give you wrong information. I think it's Italy though. I think that's where it's originally made. There's a couple of machines. There's a steam vape. What's it called? Vapamore or something like that. They're also out of Italy. Is it Vapamore? What's it called? Vapamore. Vapamore is also out of Italy. I remember when they had COVID and Italy had shut down and stuff. I had a customer who was ordering a few of those things, and we just had to cancel the order because they're like, we're not shipping anything to the U.S. right now. So that's how I remember that one. Okay, but anyway, guys, I hope that was I hope that was cool. All right, David. Yeah, Kirby won the suction test, man. Kirby always won the suction test. You know, I mean, the Kirby is slick about it because the Kirby fan is right in the front. A lot of those fan vacuums, even the Sanitaire the old school sanitaire, the one that looks like a Eureka, and the fan is at the bottom. It faces the floor, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of flat. I don't have my other phone on me right now, but that old school sanitaire, the one that use F&G bags, they have good suction, and this suction travels just from that fan section, and the carpet is like right there. Fan is here, carpet is there. Same thing with the Kirby. The fan is right in the nice big fan right in the front. It's just made a little bit, you know. That's just what it is, you know. Kirby is just heavy. If they made a Kirby as just a basic upright vacuum, it'll probably sell for the price that Dyson sells for. You know, without all the switching out and the shampoo attachments and you know, all that stuff you can do with the Kirby. If it was just an upright, you could probably sell a Kirby for about $700, six, seven, because it's still going to last you 30 years regardless, without all that stuff. If it was just sold in the stores like that, but no. Okay. Let's see what else we got cooking, man. Let me see. Does a sanitary commercial would have been better? Yeah, it's a brand new machine. It's a brand new machine. That sanitary is brand spanking new. It's yeah, the Mighty Might and the sanitary is the same machine. It's the same body, same attachments, same. I think the only thing would be the maybe the cord is maybe a little longer or something like that, but they're the same machine. The Mighty Might and the sanitary is the same machine. I'll see if I can get a hold of one of those. Yeah, I'll have to get a hold of one of those. I don't think my distributors sell them. So a lot of the time you have to buy those things retail. I can see if the company would allow me to buy it from them without some ridiculous contract, like Dyson contracts and stuff like that. We have to. Okay, I'll see. All right. I had a whole Hoover that was orange and looked like a football helmet. Yeah, man. Yeah. I believe that. I mean, listen, these older cleaners, they were built. I don't know what happened. I heard stories. I listened to a lot of business guys tell stories about even the way the light bulb industry were working, and they didn't want guys making light bulbs that was lasting too long and all that stuff. I've heard stories of people in industries that they find a way to control the sale in the industry, and everyone really just have to kind of get on board, because listen, if we're all going to accommodate the space, we can't do a self-destruction. I get it, but at the same time, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not. It's still not. I don't know. I don't like the idea that if I'm buying a product, I'm gonna be buying. Because listen, even though I'm in sales and I sell to the public, I buy from other companies, so I'm still a consumer. So I have to walk this line where I still have to be aware and conscious of that we're sharing this thing together, man. We're in this little thing together. So I have no problem with giving my business to someone, knowing that they're going to profit from me if they're going to deliver a service. But I would hate that you purposely downgrade your machine because you're trying to keep the market alive or something. And I'm like, and you're still charging me full price? I have a problem with that, right? So even though, I have to mark up my product, I have to make a profit, I don't want to give the customer less than they're supposed to have, man. That doesn't make any sense. And I understand where they want you to keep coming back and they want the market to continue to, but to purposely make an equipment that's going to break down just so you can come back just seems like it's a recipe for, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like like I was telling guys about this is the chat section, guys. I'm done with my machinery for now. So if you were here for this, this is about as much as I can give you on this. They're very basic machines, but like I said, I do like that feature. But man, the only thing I don't like about machines with too much circuit board, I'm gonna get into our little chat in a second. The only thing I don't like machines with too much things happening is that what they've done essentially, guys, is they made it that if one feature messed up, it'll mess up the whole machine. And if I'm driving a car, I would hate that if some sensor that's supposed to, I don't know, detect my oil level, right? When normally in the past, I would just use my dipstick and check my oil level, right? But let's say I have this special sensor that detect my oil level, and because that sensor is busted, my car can't run. That irritates me, okay? I don't think the design should be like that. I think the design should be beep, 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 change your sensor, right? Now I'm like, okay, now I can determine whether or not I want to do it today or do it next week. But until then, let me use the dipstick like normal. Let me just wipe my little dipstick, check my oil like old school. So these features that are in these machines, what I don't want is if let's say this thing messed up, right? The sensor here for this thing, if that's messed up and all of a sudden the rest of the machine is not working properly, that's not cool, right? That's what I'm saying. That's why when they start adding all this extra stuff, and then like the robot vacuums, you get error codes for something silly, and now the robot vacuum can't do its job because it's a silly error code. Maybe there was too much, I don't know, too much hair on the brush, or maybe too much hair on the wheel or something, and the wheel is moving slower than the other wheel, right? And it shuts the machine off. Now, I don't mind it having an error code, and then you're noticing that it's like, and it's telling you, I don't know, a wheel, left wheel damage, whatever. All right, then you pick it up and look at the left wheel, and maybe you can check it out. But to shut the whole machine down, I don't know. Anyway, that's that. I'm done with that rant. 100-year-old headlight. Wow. Are you kidding me? A Model T. Hold on. I think I remember what the Model T looked like. Was that a Ford? Was that a Ford? Yep. Yeah, Model T was a Ford. Wow, man. Is that cool? 100-year-old headlight that still works. That's awesome. That is awesome, man. The filters on this thing is also very expensive, man. The one filter is like $50, bro. Like $50 for one filter. So, let me see. Yeah, Calvin. I think they have them on the blue. Oh my God, I should still be able to order those. I just don't get a big request for them. So I don't like having too many machines in here that just sits here, and the local folks are not using them, because right now the machines that a lot of the cleaning folks are using, because that's who the majority of my customers are. Some regular people that come by and stuff like that. But the cleaning folks, when they order cleaners, they'll order like 4 or 5 at a time, right? A lot of it is drop ship. I just have it shipped straight to their house, because a lot of them, they're just moving. They're moving. Their hours a little bit different. They're starting very, very early, and so it's like, listen, I'll just have it drop at your house, right? But so what they're asking for are Clean Max, Some use Shark, backpacks. You know, the hotels used to use a lot of the Sanitaires and Oryx, but the ladies, they want the lighter stuff, that still have a little strong suction, and on the Ricard and the Climax style happen to deliver that. So that's why I go in that route. But yeah, but I still get access to those machines. The people that clean offices though, they'll use that. The office cleaners, they'll use either Protein, or like the people that can clean the banks, they'll use Protein. They'll use the Sanitaires. Okay. But the machines that get destroyed the most are the ones that in the residential households, right? And some guys just buy another one, man. They just figure I'm gonna have this machine for a year, and they just factor that into their budget and say, listen, I'm only gonna have this machine for a year, and then I'm gonna get rid of it, buy another one. They just figure it's the operational cost. So I've dealt with a lot of guys who don't even fix their machines. They're like, Wayne, honestly, man, I'm just gonna buy another one. So, right? Uh, hey, you know, all right. But that's it. But guys, man, this was a fun deal. I like the suction test. I actually enjoyed that, man. Yeah, Kirby is solid. Is a solid machine. I'm not gonna hate on the Kirby. I would. I just sold a Kirby to someone. That was a 1959 Kirby. I've had this Kirby in my office probably since I opened up. I think I had it since I opened up. Um, it could have been the second one, but it's been that long. It's just been that long. I've had it for a while, and I think the guy saw one of my videos, and Ed, and he sent me his machines. He had a Kirby from 1949, so he sent me his to refurbish, and then he sent me another one, and he said, "Hey man, uh, I want to buy that Kirby that you have there." And I said, "Which one?" He said, the older one from 1956. It was like, wow. And he had Kirby's, man. He had gold-plated Kirby's that they gave to distributors and stuff like that. I think I told you guys the story already. But it was just cool. There's a couple of guys. There's Vacuum Guy. I did not know, honestly, being in this business, that people collected vacuums. Like they collect, like I was collecting comic books. Once in a while, I still go to the comic store and I pick up a book just to put it in my collection. Just like other guys collect cards, people collect Coca-Cola products. I ran into a lot of people in North Carolina that collect Coca-Cola products in South Carolina. So that's cool. If you guys, let me know if you collect anything there, Dave. you know? Yeah, they last that long, man. Kirby vacuums will last you. And here's a part to that. Kirby have the parts. The majority of the parts, I say there's maybe one or two or three or four, like that. But Kirby has the majority of the parts you need for their vacuums, man, going all the way back. 70s, 60s, 50s. I can still buy a brush roll for a 1950 something Kirby from the Kirby company. Imagine that shit. And the belt fits all of them. Okay, I could buy outer bags. I can buy the wheels. I can buy fan blades. I can buy power switches. There's only one power switch I think I can't get now, and I'm surprised that they don't make it, because they made the power switch for the ones prior. I think it's the 1984 Kirby or something like that, or Heritage maybe. I can't get the switch for that, but I can get the switch for the ones for the 70s and the 50s and shit. So I don't know what happened with that one, why I can't get the switch on that. But for the most part, guys, I can get just about any parts from Kirby. And it's not just to say, Kirby's great. It's just that they happen to be selling the parts. And I'm like, wow, man, that's That's pretty cool, man. That's all right. So, but anyway, but yeah, man. Yeah, we had a debate yesterday night about the shutdown and stuff, and it was just interesting how people are emotionally caught up and very in practical decision making stuff, and it's human. Like let's say, David, you have to get rid of somebody, right? If they're not performing, and let's say you gave them a shot, they're not performing. If you like them, it's hard to get rid of them. Hey, I'm shooting live. Is everything okay? Okay, I'll call you back right now in a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in a second. But yeah, what happened is, think about it for a second, and just you think about it, you ponder this. Young people, before they can reason, before they can decipher between facts and bullshit, they are heavily indoctrinated into social issues that they get emotionally attached to without knowing ramifications or knowing the full facts. These people vote. Uh, Also, a lot of them really do not understand the systems, and so that emotional appeal and that appeal to, let's say, free stuff, socialistic type systems. I know our system is. I think our system is very socialist, right? We do a lot of, and good or bad, however you want to take it, but it is. We offer a lot of help to different things, which is fine, especially for elderly, disabled, and stuff like that. You want those people to be taken care of, injuries and stuff, especially when they're in the country, they're part of our team. They're American citizens. You want them to be taken care of. But at the same time, you want to make sure that people who are able to work do work. You don't want someone now to live a life, because that's not going to be good for them or the community or their offsprings. If you're able to and you don't, it messes up you and it messes up the system. But that's not something that people can think clearly about when they're young. Unless there's some wise young people, of course, but for the most part, I'm saying they're emotionally triggered by things, and those people are making adult decisions, and that's gonna that's I don't think that's gonna change. I don't see that ever changing. You know, and so it's easy to manipulate them. It's easy to get them very riled up, very emotionally attached to a decision that you need to use common sense, wisdom, and facts to sort through. And unfortunately, a lot of the political part of our countries, they take advantage of the fact that the people are young and they are emotionally their emotions drive their decision making rather than wisdom and facts and stuff like that. So emotion is important, yeah, but you and I know that if you have to make rough, tough decisions, you're gonna have to bridle your emotions for a second and say, "Hey, man, look, I know I don't want to do this, but it's important for the companies, for the growth, and for the team that I'm gonna have to let you go. You know, you you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, man. But it's like, I gotta do it, man. It's just the way it is. So anyway, I gotta call the lady back. You know what, Calvin? The Kirby systems. Um, I think the Kirby shampoo started in the 50s. I gotta double check that. You gotta. Um, I gotta double check that. I think the Kirby shampoo started in the 50s. Let me see. Let me see. I'm double checking it. I'm going on Gemini Google. 1965, mid 60s. I'm sorry. So I thought 50s. The mid 60s, the Kirby introduced the first shampoo called the Rug Renovator in 1965. Senatronic 50. That's when the first Kirby shampoo came out. Yeah. All right, guys. Don't forget that we're having our drawing for the whole month. And had 3 wheels put with hose. Whoa, let me see what David's saying here. Hold on. Give me a second. You had an old Hoover with the orange. Okay. And it had 3 wheels. Was it you said it looked like a football helmet. Wait, David, was it? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about, man. I have a bag. Dude, I think I have a bag. I think I have a bag for that Hoover. Oh my gosh. I may have a bag for that thing. If I find it, I'll show it to you tomorrow. I'll show it to you tomorrow. The top flipped up. Was that? Oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna have to call Sam back right now. Um, hold on. Let me see if I. Damn. Oh my God! I know what you're talking about though, bro. It almost looks like this. It's not this. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, all right. Well, anyway. I know I've seen it though, David. I swear I know I've seen that. I know I've seen it. Hold on. You know when you know something and you're like, I know I got it, and you're just like committed to find it? Nah, I don't. Wait. David, tell me if it looks like any one of these. Tell me if it looks like any one of these. Tell me if it looks like any one of these. Did it look like that? Or did it look like one of these? Yeah. 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 It happens, man. It happens like that. Happens to me with a TV set I had. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gotta find out what's happening. This sounds like a mini emergency. I'm not sure if it's something major, but I'm gonna call back right now. I'll be back tomorrow, folks, and let me know if you like to see the salt test that I used to do. All right, one of these days I might do one. Do I have a carpet thick enough here? I don't have a thick carpet. You want to, I mean, you can still do it on a not so thick carpet, but a regular house carpet would be good. But let me know if you guys are interested in these different tests, like the one we did today. Okay. I will see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget the drawing if you want to be involved in it. If not, this listen. It's gonna go somewhere. Somebody's gonna get it. Okay. Okay. And I'll talk to you guys later. Stay cool.